So what led me to declutter books at an advanced pace? Well, at the recent homeschool convention I was at, I heard Heidi St. John say how she tried to give her homeschool books away to all of her adult kids and nobody wanted them. She took them all to the Goodwill. So let's go ahead and get rid of some books. Welcome to Learning with Boys. My name is Rachel, and today I'm going to be showing you empty boxes. No, I'm just joking. No. I am going to be sharing why and how I've emptied these boxes that were full of books. And I have had several containers full of books that were just stored under the stairs, pulling them in and out every time I needed to get something else. I've had books on the bookshelf that have not been looked at in a long time. So let's talk about how I got to sort of making this decision of it's time, and just sharing with you my mess here. And I don't even know if you want to see this, but I know some people want to see the real, what's really going on behind the scene. Well, here's behind the scene. So I do have some books. I've done a lot of this already. So I'm going to show you though, the bookshelves. If you keep up with me at all, I have actually shared a video of what was on my bookshelves to a point, and I'll link that below. But some of it's changed up. So let me just go ahead and get started and share what's going on here. Okay, let me mention I am a homeschool mom. I have 4 boys. I have graduated 2, and we just finished up our 16th year. So next year I will have a 7th grader and a 12th grader. No more elementary stages. No more teaching to read. Enjoy teaching the kids to read, even though I had one that really struggled and was a late reader and was a challenge. Yeah, so, all right, let's look at this one bookshelf and just give you an idea of why I need to get rid of things. Okay, I'm stepping in to this video. It is actually just the day after. I pretty much have picked up everything. I found homes for everything. Still standing here with empty boxes. Not sure what I'm going to do with those. Have my box that I'm going to be getting rid of. But as you continue to see this video, you're going to see more books that I'm going to be selling and getting rid of. But I do have a slight problem, and that I feel like is hindering this process of decluttering. So I'm going to talk to you about that at the end of the video. If you want to fast forward, you will see me in this shirt. Other than that, I'm in the pink shirt as I am decluttering. So let's finish the video. Okay, this is the corner and the shelf that you probably see in a lot of my videos when I talk to you about homeschooling. And this container right here is all of what my son used last year, which we absolutely love. So I'm having a really hard time because I really love the curriculum, but it's not going to benefit me to keep it. So I haven't even got this upstairs to go through it and decide on, how the sets go and how I'm going to sell it. Now we use Heart of Dakota. I'll link the video down below so you have an idea, but I think a majority of that is all the living books and the whole set there. This is just a filing thing that I probably just need to put away because I'm done with it for my high schooler. Everything's out right now, so I'm going to be honest with you. There's a pen on the floor. Okay, so here's the cart system. I actually put a couple, like when I'm finding curriculum my 7th grader will use next year, I am trying to put it on that shelf. All right, so here is the bookshelf. Now, this shelf, usually half of it is stuffed with what my youngest is using, and this side was just full of books, which I think a majority of them are just upstairs. I'm getting rid of them. Down here, that shelf was stuffed, and I'm getting rid of a lot of that. Down there, every shelf on this bookshelf was stuffed, so I still haven't touched anything up top. That's okay. So, and I really need to go through more, but I think I am going to come to a stopping point here and cleaning up this room and getting it just sort of ready to take off some time from thinking about it. But over here right now is what my son will be using this fall for 7th grade, and a majority of the curriculum is up there. It is Heart of Dakota's Revival to Revolution. So, and there's living books, his science is in there, or part of his science. Part of it I need to order. And then some geography, some morning time things, some English grammar there. So, let me show you these other shelves. Okay, here is my other bookshelf that is near the computer. My 11th grader going into 12th. His cart, I pretty much got that cleaned off. Now, what I ended up doing was I emptied out containers to make, and what I was in those containers was still more Heart of Dakota. My high schooler is done. Like, he'll be doing mostly dual credit next school year, but I have my rising 7th grader. So all of these shelves are future Heart of Dakota. I just thought, you know what, I'm going to get rid of the old and I'm going to put the new on the shelf. So when it comes time each year that I know what I'm looking for. So, and I know what I already have, and there's its spot. I won't have to climb over it to get into my closet underneath the stairs every single time. So, but in that process, I have to eliminate stuff. I had to pull other stuff off the shelf and get rid of things. So up here I have, well, let's start down here. Right here would be what he would do in 8th, which is Missions to Marvel. And I don't even see the guide, but I know I have it. I almost wonder if somebody's borrowing it. So, and then over here is Heart of Dakota's World Geography, and then I have U.S. History 1 and 2, just sort of all the books, not really in any particular order. So that is what I have on these shelves. I still haven't really gone, I pulled a lot, believe it or not, but to empty stuff and move things around, some other books got put up there. So I still would like to really deep dive into that shelf and get rid of things. I also have some DVDs up here that I need to go through, but I am gonna, like I said, or I don't know if I mentioned, I'm gonna sort of find a stopping point and have to do more later. So that is where I am now. There's just a container full of probably supplement type things, just supplies and craft supplies in there and things like that. So that is really all I have on that shelf, is just future curriculum, books he can probably read, some this year or in the future, that type of thing. So let me also show you some things I'm getting rid of. Okay, over here is another container that was emptied out, but then reloaded with books that I'm going to get rid of. More than likely, these will be taken to maybe the used bookstore that does a sale swap thing. So I'm going to do that. But let me tell you, I actually had this even more full and there was 26 more books in here that I was able to get rid of. So that has already been gone, but let me show you some more. Okay, I am upstairs. I have 2 boxes, and one is, they're both Heart of Dakota sets. One is Preparing Hearts for His Glory, which I have put on Facebook for sale under the buy and sell groups. And then Creation of Christ, which I have not listed that yet. Then I have some books over here in this container. And, well, let me show you these first. These are the Cornerstone of Freedom books. There's a huge set of them that I have. And they were great when my boys were in elementary. But right now, they are just not being used and just taking a lot of space on my shelf. Most of them I bought used, so they're great for elementary, especially when you need a report, want to give more in depth, talking about a specific subject. My boys loved these books. So, all right, over here, I know it's in a clothes basket, but that's okay. I have lots of books. I have my astronomy set. I'm selling that. Just, I don't see myself keeping it until my youngest is that old, and I'm afraid he'll be interested in something else. So it's brand new. I'm going to go ahead and try to sell that. I'm not sure. My Jonathan Park CDs, I'm not selling those. I think they got put up here, and just some other books. And then there's some more over there that I do need to list. So, and I almost forgot about those. So that is what is up here. Okay, it is funny how, boom, it just hit me like I'm ready to get rid of stuff. And this is final, and it's okay. Some of it's not easy, but I think because I am ready, it is easier. Okay, one thing, I don't know if I'm actually going to make the decision, but I have all these audiobooks from Christian Heroes Then and Now, and some of them I feel like a couple of them we may have the actual book for. Like the books are still over there. I'm not ready to get rid of the books. But we have been listening to the audios on Audible when me and my son are running errands or doing something, and on trips, anything like that. It's just so handy. So I was trying to decide if I want to sell these. Let me know your thoughts. This is not a decision I'm going to make today. I'm actually going to put it over here on this bookshelf. So there's still decisions that have to be made. I feel like there's always decisions that have to be made, right? I feel like I'm being ruthless on some things. Like I'm just like looking at this book that I really would like to spend some time studying in, but I know I will not have the time. Just mentally, I will forget about it. I literally will. So, and I just have a lot of other things that I feel like are more important for me to be looking at right now. So I'm going to let that go. So that's just an example. Like I can't keep and study about everything I would like to, at least not in this stage of life. So that's what I mean by like I'm just getting rid of stuff. But things like that, he still listens to audios. Sometimes in his room while he's working on things. So with Legos and things, he's not quite out of that. I feel like tomorrow it could happen. So I'm just like, maybe I should just hang on to him until that does happen. So, all right, that was just my thoughts rambling on to you. I'm going to finish up. Okay, one thing I have learned about this declutter stuff is put it where it goes, or, get rid of it, or it's trash. So I'm trying to put everything in its spot and find a home for it, or it just has to go. Okay, I'm almost done. But I wanted to share the thought with you of making sure that you sometimes, like I said, I asked my son about those particular books. And I've asked him about a couple other ones, and he said, no, that's my favorite one. I don't want you to get rid of that one. And then I gave him a pile of books, and I said, do you want any of these? And he actually kept Mysteries of the Bermuda Triangle. And that, I just thought that was funny. But I'm actually going to put this over with his future books because I think he remembers, but it'll be fun to look through in the next year or two again. So I could leave it out for him to look over and over, but I think he would more likely pick it up next year or the year after when he sort of forgot that he even had it. So, okay. Thank you for watching it all the way through. If you did and it was helpful, give it a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. My problem. I have all this curriculum that I am trying to sell, and I would like to be able to get something for it. And if you are a homeschool parent or mom and you've invested in curriculum, I know you understand that. I'm just like, I have not even purchased my son's science for this fall. I've talked about it, what I want to use in my picks for my 7th grader, but I have not purchased it because it's a little pricey. So sort of thinking that through and hoping within the next few weeks that I can go ahead and make that purchase. So just selling some stuff would be helpful. But I have quite a bit of stuff, so I feel like I've just maneuvered it off the shelves and into a spot somewhere else in my house that I'm waiting for it to sell. So there's still clutter. I guess that is my problem. And I have to make the decision of how long do I continue to let it be for sale. If it does not sell, do I go ahead and lower the price? I have no idea. Do you do that on Facebook? Can you drop prices? I guess that's fine. But I guess I just wanted to mention that because in this process, I want it to be real. Like, I still have all those books in my house. Now, I did get rid of some. I mentioned the container that I had like a whole bunch of more books in there, but I was able to sell some, and I have sold some. So I'm thankful for that. But I still have a lot more to go, and all the Heart of Dakota I have not even actually listed. I'm going to try to work on that next. So I'm just wondering what your thoughts are if you've been through this process. I just can't hang on to them forever, but I'm praying that it sells. So we'll see what happens, and let me know your thoughts. All right, I do appreciate you all watching. If you have not joined us, I would love for you to subscribe. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and we will talk to you again soon.